Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sharaq las Ghorma. Hi, welcome to Afghan Cooks. I'm Miriam. I'm the Afghan who cooks. Now, chicken ghorma, if you want to make it like really unctuous and rich, you will use chicken with the bone in it, skin on, you know, just like big pieces of chicken. And that will take you a little while, okay? To cook the entire bone-in chicken is a fairly lengthy process. Delicious, worthwhile, you should do it. But we're gonna do it with boneless, skinless chicken breast. I will be honest and tell you, it is not my favorite cut of meat. Never has been, okay? I prefer a thigh, I prefer a bone-in, of course. But you can actually make this delicious, tender, not dried out, and really flavorful. The key though is this, right? If you are thinking this is gonna be some sort of like healthier version, I mean, maybe kind of, but the key is of course to use enough oil to add some of that richness back into the dip. And of course, a variety of spices. So we are going to add about a half a cup of oil. And then once this heats up, we're going to add the onions. Turn that heat down because it's very, very high. So while this is just kind of cooking a little bit more, I want to talk about, this is Nonsense, and Nonsense is a really fantastic Afghan restaurant in New York City. It's actually in Midtown. It has some of the best food you've ever had. They're also at the Queens Night Market. They're the nicest people on earth. I love them. I think they're great. Go to Nonsense. I love you guys. You're great. This is getting just a little bit of color on it. We're going to let that keep cooking. You can see they're just starting to get a little bit light brown. See that? 5 cloves of garlic. And now we're gonna add our spices. Here I have a mixture of cardamom and cumin. This is about 1.5 tablespoons. And here's something interesting. I got this cumin seasoned salt from a company called Rumi Spices, and I haven't had a chance to use any of the stuff that they sent me. And here I have turmeric, ground ginger, and chili powder. I'm gonna add all of that. Of course, measurements will be on the website and in the description below. Look at that beautiful color. And here I have 3 pounds of cut up chicken breast. We want to cover all of this in the spices and the onion. I didn't add salt, if you saw, to this because the cumin that I got from Rumi Spices is very salty. It's a seasoned salt, which is not something that we use in Afghan cooking, but it's a very interesting concept. And because this is a boneless chicken, it's not going to give you any flavor, more chickeny flavor that you usually get from having the bone when you make your ghorma. So I have chicken bouillon cubes, okay? And we're gonna add these. So that will also add salt. So I'm not adding any additional salt until the very end, and I can taste it and see if it needs more namak. And we're going to keep cooking this because we really want to get some good color on this. And we're going to add some black pepper. So here I have a can of crushed tomatoes. Now, I'm not going to add this entire 2 cups because I don't want the tomato to take over the taste, okay? A lot of times what people will do is just take a fresh tomato or 2 and cut it up and add it. I'm going to add about half of this. So it's 1 cup of tomato. Now I'm just going to add about 1/4 cup of water because this is going to simmer for a little while and we don't want it to dry out. And then to this, I'm going to add the bouillon cube. And here I have about 1.5 tablespoons of Garam Masala. Here I have 2 potatoes that I've cut up. I left the skins on. If you want to take them off, you can. I added the bouillon cube and I just tasted it, but it needs a little more salt. So we're going to add another teaspoon of salt here. And then we're going to cover it and let it simmer until the potatoes get soft. I hope you liked this video. This is the end result. I put some cilantro on top. This gravy is so thick and rich. If you liked this, please subscribe, hit the like, thumbs up thing. I think that's what it is. and the bell notification so that you will know next time I upload a video. Also, leave a comment. I love your comments. Until next time.